Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I am very excited today because we have some great guests for you. We have Rudy Bustamante. He's the founder and the president of the Waste Management MagicWaste Youth Foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sidekick, we have Esther Jacobo. And Esther is a director of Citrus Family Care Network. And they do some amazing things in our community. Thank you both for coming, by the way. But before we start talking to these lovely people, I want to thank our show sponsors, Baraha Medical Institute, a Quigley eye specialist company. They have an event coming up that's really great. If you've got sagging eyelids, Dr. Baraha is going to do a high tea and talk at, it's a great little place in South Miami. And if you want to learn more about it, it's complimentary, but space is limited. So go to Best Vision at quigleyeye.com and you can RSVP for that event. It's on the 30th and it's from 12 to 2. Then my other sponsor is everybody's favorite, South Florida PBS, and they do such great programming. And they have a really great one coming up tonight. And oddly enough, I was talking to a friend of mine about retirement planning, and Susie Orman's name came up. Go online. Guess what? Tonight, 8 o'clock, Susie Orman's going to be on PBS. And she has a thing, it's called, hold on, let me look here. It's called Susie Orman Ultimate Retirement Guide. And if you've never heard her speak before, you're in for a treat. So thank you again for sponsoring us, South Florida PBS. Where do we start? You guys are so fun. Rudy's wearing his favorite shirt. You want to just show it to us because we can't hide it. It's, it's there for everyone. What was that concert? Rolling Stones 2019?
That was
no,
yes,
can't.
Yes,
was it really?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
that
my
was
God!
Their last concert, and it was postponed from the spring.
Oh wow!
The Mick the Lip got some procedure done. And,
okay.
Yeah, so it was actually literally the last concert.
Okay, now, but that's not the reason he's here today.
No.
He's not here to show us his shirt. What he's here about is all the great works they're doing with children who are aging out of the foster care system. And the two of you are a tag team that started, I think, in 2020, that you finally
this piece of
made it
yes.
official.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you've been working together for quite a while.
Yes.
So who wants to go first and tell me what it's all about?
Okay.
You first. You're the founder.
Okay. The MagicWaste Youth Foundation is not-for-profit
501c3.
That's correct. And
run by volunteers.
Yes, and we're all volunteer. Okay,
right.
Nobody makes a dime. Nobody gets paid anything. And basically, we raise funds so that we can pay the rent, most, if not all of it, to kids that have aged out of the foster care system.
And that's just such an amazing thing that you're doing. And it's always something that I worried about. Whenever you talk about foster kids, you think, oh my gosh, kids graduate from high school, they go into college, but they have parents that, in a bind that can help them out. But these foster kids have nothing. So what you're doing is just, such an incredible service that you're providing. And then how do you get involved with the whole thing? Are you like putting everybody together?
Yeah. So Citrus Family Care Network is the child welfare lead agency in Miami-Dade and Monroe County. Mm-hmm. So we provide all services for children in child welfare, and that includes the children that are aging out of foster care. And there's a program from 18 to 23 where we provide services for those children. But one of the gaps, I think, is that housing is not considered necessarily under the state piece of this, right? Mm-hmm. And it's one of the important pieces for children and youth to be able to be in a safe place to start their adult lives,
Mhm.
right? And like you just said, when you're 18 years old, I mean, who can do anything by themselves at 18 years old? You need supports, right?
Right.
And so what Rudy's foundation has been able to do is to really have a safety net for those youth so that they can have housing, they can feel safe, they have a
Mhm.
good place to lay their head at night, and they can, continue their education and their career goals without the worry of having to
Exactly.
pay for rent at the very beginning of their, young adulthood.
And they've already been through a lot.
They
being
have.
foster
Oh,
children
yes.
and
Oh,
being
yes.
going from one place to the other.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
reminds me,
Yes.
let's talk about the duffel bags.
There you go.
The duffel
Just
bag.
yeah,
I'm bringing the duffel bag out
look at this
to
is
the
awesome.
camera.
well, show how big it gets.
Yeah, it's a big duffel
It's a nice
bag.
size.
Yeah, it's a big
And
duffel bag.
and the duffel bags. How did this come about?
Well, there's a lot of kids there. They get transferred. They get bounced around quite a bit, and they have very few belongings, but they have no place to put them.
Mhm.
So it's basically in a trash bag that they carry their belongings around.
Right.
So, crazy me, I said, let's give them,
Give them
a little
something.
bag all their own.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, you don't know this yet, but this year I'm planning to put some stuff in there.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Not just the bag, like, a toothbrush,
right.
soap, a towel.
Yeah. And so and
Yeah.
Gloria,
Yeah.
when children are removed, sometimes children are removed from their home for their
Mhm.
safety.
Right.
And that's exactly one of the things that Rudy's talking about is, sometimes they leave their homes without their possessions, which are they're already being traumatized to a
Right.
large degree, leaving their homes. So not to be able to take with them in a nice bag some of their possessions is really additional trauma, right? So this is, a way that we try and make it
Mhm.
more comfortable for them
Right. Yeah.
as they're leaving. So yeah.
And if you decide to do that and you need help, I have a lot of General Federation of Women's clubs in Miami that would be happy to help. So
Wonderful.
yeah. So just let us know, and I'm telling you, I can make a few phone calls, and you could get the toiletries that you
Wonderful.
want to, And I would assume that you would need toiletries for men and women, right?
Yes.
So I did a lot of times what we do when we're traveling is we just collect all
Yeah.
the toiletries that give you in the
And
rooms, and sometimes we beg for extra, and then we package them up, and at Christmas time we give them to Agape Women or whatever. But we could do it at another time during the year for you. So
That's wonderful.
so yeah,
That makes
So-
me happy.
I know you're happy all the time.
Well, that's beside
You
the
know
point.
what? Yeah, when people are doing good works, it's amazing the joy it gives you. Doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does. It does. Absolutely.
So, okay, so you don't just, so you mentor, you tell me all the different things that you do you have two different things from what I understand that your youth foundation does. One of them is the Excalibur, right?
The Excalibur Project.
Project. Okay. And explain that one to us, and then we'll talk about the other one.
Okay, the Excalibur Project. Our team goes out and we knock on doors. Institutions, individuals, businesses, banks, that sort of thing. And then we ask them to make a $7,000 donation. And that money is enough to cover the rent for one child for 1 year.
Wow. That's great.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
She
Now,
thinks so.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so what else do you
now,
do?
Now, what do?
Okay.
They have lots of kids that are in need.
Yeah.
There is no shortage of kids over there.
I would think not.
And so these are kids that enroll in their program. And so part of our deal is to give them the money, and then they write the check every month.
Oh, good. So
Because
you don't
we
have to
don't-
be involved in that.
We cannot do that.
Yeah,
We're
but
not
you can-
equipped.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
they know how to do it
Yeah.
really good.
Right.
And the
So
youth
now,
are
do
always
you-
so
do you-
excited when they, so at the events they're, it's such a, to hear them speak about what a difference this is making in their life is really heartwarming. So it's wonderful.
I would think so. Yeah. So now, but you also mentor and you help with financial, just
Well,
help them with everything, right?
Well, we had
Just
with
educational programs.
Synovus Bank.
Oh, okay.
They put a financial literacy program,
Oh, okay.
and that was a few months ago. It was on the internet, because back then we were still worried about the COVID
Pandemic. Yeah.
Yes. And so, it was 75 kids signed up for, I think it was 3 or 4 days for a couple hours.
Wow.
And because they have no idea
No.
of what a checkbook is. When I was 18, I had no idea.
Do you know, I
Well,
always
come to
thought
think of it, I still have no idea.
I always thought that should be like a required course for high school or
Yes.
junior high, just basic. I don't know why it's not, but I guess we have so much to learn in so little time that they don't do that. But that's a great service you provide. But then on top of that, I would assume you use Esther's network to do the scholarships, because you
Yes.
give out scholarships to Miami-Dade College. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, but that's separate. We did that from the very beginning, directly with Miami-Dade College.
Oh, okay.
So we have a one $5,000 scholarship. That's for tuition.
Yeah.
That, as a matter of fact, it's a girl that's studying the culinary arts,
Oh, nice.
and I think she's gonna finish this year. So
Wow.
she's gonna get it 3 years in a row. Very nice girl.
Oh, good.
And then we have, in memory of our friend Gus Barrero, who suddenly passed away in 2019. We have 5 $1,000 book scholarships,
Oh, wow. That's great.
because books are very expensive.
Hello. I know.
Yeah.
When you give scholarships, you're going, oh, scholarships for tuition. That's just part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those books, I know my daughter was, pre-med, and it was like, $300, and you can't get, if you're in the sciences, you can't get used books because they're all dated, because so much is happening, that those are hard. So tell me, you just had a launch. Yes, I did, but I had a good excuse.
That was the launch party for the Excalibur project for 2021.
Mhm.
In 2020, we wound up with giving 8 sponsorships for the
Wow.
Excalibur.
Uh-huh.
And so this year, crazy me, I always, pushing myself. I said, we're going to double that.
Wow.
They didn't think I could do it last year. Now they said, Rudy, what are you smoking? Come on, you're really crazy. It's not going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. And we got,
I believe you.
yes, we got, which I wasn't expecting. We got 7 sponsorships.
Wow.
7.
Oh, from the launch
Just
itself?
that
Yes,
night. Just
just
that
Just
night.
that
the
night?
launch.
Wow.
Just that night.
That's nuts.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to thank the people
You were just thanking people?
that they were the ones that gave last year, and hoping that they would give this year. And next thing I know, it was like a bidding war.
It was.
Oh,
It was
my gosh.
wonderful.
I said, yeah, 1. Well, I'll take 2.
Oh, my gosh. That's great. Oh,
So it
So
was great.
you're on your way for this year already, huh?
7, and we had 3 from before, so we're
Oh.
at 10.
So you
I'm
only
only
need-
6 away,
You only got 6 to go.
and I got the rest of the year.
Okay, so folks out there, you got some extra money, you know where to throw it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh! But you're such a great amount of people love what you're doing. I know, and I'm one of them. Foster youth are something that are oftentimes overlooked. So tell me, what else is going on? You did the duffel bags. What's up next for you? Do we have any fundraising events?
No, we used to do 3 of fundraisers in the
Mhm.
year, but everybody's got a job and a business.
Yeah.
So we decided to do the gala.
Uh-huh.
We do that once a year. This year is going to be October 16th, Saturday,
Okay.
October 16th.
Yeah.
And we already have the event sponsor.
Well, who is that? Let me guess. Citrus Family
Yes.
Care Network.
Yes. Yes.
Go figure.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm such a lucky guy.
Thank
We
you,
know who our
Esther.
friends are.
We
Right?
know- oh
So-
my gosh. Yeah. Oh, but you can okay. So you're the presenting sponsor, right? Okay.
Yes.
But you're gonna have sponsors.
Yes.
below
Oh,
that.
yes, we have all kinds of sponsors.
Okay.
Okay. Individual tickets will be
And where are you gonna have it? Do you know yet?
175.
Oh, 175? Okay.
Yeah, that's not
That's
terribly expensive.
that's kind of reasonable considering other prices you're seeing out there.
Mhm. And they're always very fun. It's a very fun event.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing.
Oh, well, if there's a lot of dancing, you can't go wrong. Yeah. So where are you going to have it?
At the Renaissance Ballroom.
Oh, okay, where you had the launch.
No, that was in Coral Gables.
Oh, you're doing the one on Kendall?
No, this one is on Southwest 8th Street and 59th Avenue.
Near Red Road and
Yes, ma'am.
okay, Southwest 8th Street?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I've not been to that one.
Yeah, it's bigger.
How big?
It's
How many square feet? How many people
they can
can
fit
you
in
fit?
there like 450 people.
That many?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do I'm going to have to go check that out. I don't remember ever. That's a big place.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to,
Fill it?
way up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I suspect you won't have much trouble. I've noticed that everybody that's doing events right now is selling out because people are so excited about getting out.
Well,
I was going, did you have, I don't know about you, but I have to go to galas and stuff all the time, but I have I have clothes I buy ahead of time. I was going through my closet. I found a dress I must have bought for COVID. And I'm going, oh my God, I forgot I bought it but we haven't used long dresses. We haven't got dressed up. We haven't done anything in so long. And when we do our Gringo Bingos, packed, everything is packed. So this will be a good year for you.
Did you hear the name?
Gringo Bingo.
Gringo Bingo?
I don't know what that is. But it
Well, you
sounds
know
fun.
what? I'm gonna see if we can't help you out with Gringo Bingo because the Corey Gables Women's Club does that once a month, and we've started sharing. We were just making each one for a different charity, and then we fell on hard times because we have a dental clinic for needy children. I told you about, and in fact, we might be able to help you out with your kids. So we need to talk about that later. But so. Now we split the profits, and we've been doing really well. And we have sponsors. Fortunately, that it's become so popular that people started saying, "Can we sponsor it?" We weren't even selling sponsorships initially. We were just doing the events, and we were making $500 for different charities. And the last one we had made $2,400 in 2 hours.
Wow.
I know, kind of like your launch.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite as good. Your launch was better. But yeah, so we'll see if we can't help you out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you met earlier, Clutchberger, Stephen
Yes.
Bradley. He does everything. Yeah. And he's a good person. You need to get to know him. He, if you ever want to do like meet and greets or whatever, it's a great place. And Gramercy too. You met the executive chef there.
Yes, I
And
did.
it's super generous, nice people. And if it's gift certificates or, whatever for your auction or your gala, are you going to have like an auction at the gala?
So
Yes, we are.
We're gonna have an auction. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yes, we are. And I'm hoping to land a top name entertainer.
Oh, you are?
I'm working hard on it.
Okay. Do you have to pay them or are they going to donate?
No, I think if they're top name, you have to pay them.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you probably do. Yeah.
Maybe you pay them, less, but
Yeah, they give
you
you
still
some
have
kind
to
of-
pay. They don't work for free.
Nah, darn it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Their agents won't let them because they want that percentage, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. So the gala, do you have like a chair or something for the gala, or is it just you? And do you have? Who are your
no,
volunteers?
actually, we have the chairs are Rosa Maria Carrera. She owns the Renaissance Ballrooms.
Oh, okay, perfect.
She's on our board.
Oh,
And
that
then we
explains-
have Jacqueline Ceballos. She is the owner of Pedal Cartel, and they do all these wonderful table, flower arrangements.
Oh, really?
They're the two chairs.
Pedal Cartel?
Pedal Cartel, yes, ma'am.
I've never heard of that. Yeah.
Yes.
So, well, we'll
yeah,
look forward
she
to
doesn't
meeting
sell to the public. She only does events and stuff like that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
So that's the dynamic duo,
A dynamic duo.
and they.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about how MagicWaste came about. You have a company, or did it come from
MagicWaste Management.
MagicWaste Management.
Yes, that's my baby.
That's your baby. Okay.
Solid waste and recycling.
Okay.
Okay, but we don't drive any trucks.
No.
No, we are the brokers
You're the
and
broker.
the managers. We manage the accounts.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, okay, I contract right here to pick up the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say for $100.
Right.
And then I subcontract it to Waste Management, any of the garbage companies,
Okay.
for $80.
Okay.
And everything is channeled through us. You have a problem, you call me. They have a problem, they call me.
Well, just out of curiosity, are you going after those people for sponsorships?
Yes,
Good.
yes, we were
Waste
very
Management is super nice about that. Or they have been. I don't know.
coastal waste.
Oh, Coastal. Okay.
They sponsored last year
Okay.
1. This year they sponsored 2 at
Oh
the
my
launch.
God. Oh, that's great.
Yes, and I also have our friends at the at Waste Pro.
Okay.
They also sponsored 1 last year, and I got to get him in a headlock.
Okay.
He'll sponsor another one.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. So you had this company, and all of a sudden you decide, I need to do something for the community. I mean, how did it come about? What was
I don't know. Life's been good to me.
and you wanted to give back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great.
And so that's when I started this. The idea was completely different because I had no idea what child welfare was like.
Yeah.
And
That's where you came in. Esther.
Yeah.
yes,
He was trying. I think he always thought. I think housing was. The
Yes.
thing, right? But
Right.
I think the original thought was to put together some kind of housing project or something, some place where the kids could go,
Oh,
etc. That would not, I think, right? And that was
Yes.
not like a tenable idea because it's,
yeah.
So we designed. This was a much better way to do it.
Absolutely, because it gives you more flexibility,
Right,
and
and they
for
could
the
go where
foster
right,
kids
exactly. So,
Yeah.
but I think the idea was always in his the idea of finding secure, safe places for this youth was always the goal.
yes.
So we just kind of helped, organize it a little bit.
too. Yeah.
Well, we're fairly good at raising funds, and they're really good at what they do.
Well, no, and we were talking about your background, which is amazing. Tell us a little bit about your background, because
It's like
this girl knows what she's doing.
So before I came to Citrus Family Care Network, I was at the state attorney's office as a chief assistant for the state attorney, Catherine Fernandez Rundle. And prior to that, I worked at the Department of Children and Families. I was a secretary of the department for a while and worked out of Tallahassee and ran the Miami office. And then before that, I was, I'm a lawyer by trade, so I was at the state attorney's office before that. So I keep going back. I said, it's prosecution and child welfare are my things that I
Yeah, we
love.
talked about that being your bailiwick.
It's my
Yeah.
bailiwick, right? So I have a little bit of experience around those things.
Yeah, but how fortuitous that you two, came together. And
Yeah.
were you early in on helping Rudy kind of figure out
So-
how best to do what he
So
wanted
Rudy,
to do?
I met Rudy through what's the CBC Alliance, which is the Community-Based Care Alliance. It's a group of stakeholders for child welfare, and he had already started doing the bags when we met him. So
Oh, really?
he was already well on his way to doing all of this work, and that's how we got together to talk about. He said, "I want to do housing, and this is what I'm thinking," and that's where we started
Oh
to
my
have that
gosh,
conversation.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
They were nice enough. They let me run with my crazy ideas.
It was amazing.
And-
Amazing.
okay. So, yeah, you're crazy, but crazy, crazy funny in such a good way. And
Thank you.
man, did the foster youth look out when this guy decided to direct his energies doing what you're doing, and you're, just the icing on the cake. I'm so happy you were able to join me today. I think if more people knew about what you were doing, you're not only going to be able to double but triple what you're doing, and it's just going to multiply every year. I'm positive.
You're
of that.
absolutely right, and I'm
Yeah.
going to make sure of it.
And it's just a matter of getting the word out there. And
Yes.
yeah, because so many times I run across people that are doing good work in the community, but nobody knows. And when I come across something I never heard of, I'm going, how does not everybody know about this? So I thank you so much for coming today and sharing what you're doing.
Thank you
And
for the opportunity.
Look, and hey guys, if you want to sponsor a gala out there, all you corporates or individuals that want to just buy a table. So are you going to have like a special price for the tables, like table of 10, and you get naming rights or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are those going to be? You have any idea? Have you set up prices yet, or is it way too early?
No, not yet.
Okay, way too early. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Well, we'll have more on that later.
Yes.
Okay.
On next week's episode.
Exactly. So, well, thank you both so much for coming today. I want to thank again South Florida PBS and a company of Quigley Eye Specialists and, and Braham Medical Institute. You guys are great. Again, sign up June 30th if you've got saggy eyelids, which a lot of us do. My dad actually had to have that surgery because it was impeding his vision. But Dr. Braha is like amazing, and it's a free event on June 30th from 12 to noon. And just call them and RSVP. And again, tonight, Susie Orman, 8:00 on South Florida PBS. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week.